Welcome to another video. Thank you for joining me today. And today's video, I want to discuss about negative self-talk. I think that we all do it. I think we've all done it to ourselves at some point. And I think many times we make it part of our everyday. And I know that many of us do it without even realizing how negative we are talking about ourselves. So today I want to discuss ways on how you can change that, how it affects you when trying to build a healthy lifestyle, or you're just on a healthy journey. I want to give you some tips on how to change your mindset and how it affects you when trying to achieve your healthy lifestyle goals. So let's get into it. So when it comes to self-negative talk, that you need to be aware, if you don't know, that whatever you tell yourself, you are going to believe. Your subconscious mind will remind you of what you are telling yourself negatively. So if you get up in the morning and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh my gosh, I look horrible. I have so much acne, or I'm so fat. These pants look horrible. If you're just telling yourself all these negative things first thing in the morning, your mind is going to believe it, and it will remind you as the day goes by. I also think that when you talk negatively about yourself, you are unable to achieve your full potential when trying to work on a goal, either even if it's something you're working at work, a presentation or a project, or when you're just working on yourself and trying to better yourself either mentally or physically. But the one thing that you can do is change that. You are able to, make the necessary changes in order to better yourself, achieve your fullest potential, and achieve your goals as well. Because you have to be able to put a stop to it in order to make those changes and talk better to yourself in order to make better choices and achieve your goals. So tip number one is identifying when you're talking bad about yourself or negative about yourself. What are you saying? And did someone trigger you those negative thoughts? I would highly suggest you document it for a few days. If this is something you really want to change about yourself and really be in a positive mental space in order to achieve the goals that you really want, take the time to analyze what are you saying about yourself, what is your environment, and did someone trigger those negative thoughts? That is very important to identify, because when you are able to identify those negative thoughts, is someone triggering you that is causing you to think that way? Or is it just you from growing up and hearing those negative thoughts about yourself, or looking yourself in the mirror and just not liking who you see? So I think it is so vital for you to document it, to write it down and really analyze what is going on in your head and what are you saying to yourself, so that you can change those negative self-talks into a more positive ones. So step two, once you have identified what you're saying and if anything has triggered you, is how to make those changes, right? How to make that into a more positive change. And the way it does take time. It is very difficult from You know, one day getting up and talking negative about yourself, to the next day say something nice about yourself. You will probably think you're silly and you're shameful about it and you don't want to do it. But trust me, when you start and you keep doing it on a consistent basis, it becomes easier, and you will realize that what you're saying about yourself is true, right? The same way that you believe all the negative self-talk that you tell yourself or that somebody may say about you, if you change that narrative, you will believe and start to embrace that positive person that you are creating. So here is a question that I want you to ask yourself when the negative self-talk pops up. And you know, it will pop up until you get used to being kinder to yourself. But one of the questions that I want you to ask yourself is, are these negative thoughts true? Is what someone said about you true? What you're thinking about yourself true, right? And how can you change that? So tip number 4 is a challenge to yourself. I recommend when it's very hard for you to just stand in front of the mirror, or you know, in your mind think about positive things to say to yourself, is writing them down on a sticky note, on a mirror, on your phone screen, anywhere you can see it. Write down positive things about yourself. I am beautiful. I am smart. I look amazing. I am healthy. Anything that you want to change. You know, if you're talking about yourself negatively, change those negative thoughts into positive thoughts. And I challenge you to do it every single day, and do it throughout the day. If you're driving, think about those positive things, you know, and the more you talk more positively to yourself, you will start recognizing a different person. You will be a lot happier. So I really challenge you to do this. Focus on just talking positive about yourself. Make it a daily challenge, you know. Set a reminder on your phone if you have to. Anything that will get you one step closer to making these shifts in your life and becoming healthier mentally and physically. Step number 5 is practicing self-compassion. As I mentioned before, this is not easy to change overnight, so don't expect to change to be in a more positive state of mind overnight or in a week. It is going to take you time. Just like anything else, you will have to work at it and you will get better. So just remind yourself of kind words that you want to embrace in yourself. So practice, practice, practice until you are able to feel those positive talks that you are giving yourself. You are able to look at the person in the mirror. You are able to see yourself in the mirror and believe that you are that person. You are enough. You are beautiful. You are worthy of having the life that you desire. Number 5 is a big one. And I know this may be even harder to do than just talking positive to yourself. And that is changing your surroundings, changing the people you hang out with. If these people are a negative influence in you, change them. You know, you want to surround yourself with positive people, people that embrace you, people that empower you to change, to become a better version of yourself. Those are the people that you want to surround yourself with. I'm sure you've heard this quote before. You become who you surround yourself with. And that is so true. I'm a big believer, you becoming who you surround yourself with, your environment, and the people that you talk to, you hang out with. So if the people that you are hanging out with currently are negative or they trigger you in a certain way, change that. And I know that is very hard to do. Removing people out of your life is very difficult to do, but sometimes it is the best thing you can do for yourself. Tip number 6, practice gratitude. I know that you probably hear this all the time, have a gratitude journal and everything, but they work. I want you to practice gratitude in yourself. Practicing gratitude can be a big mind shift. Practicing gratitude, I want you to recognize the accomplishments that you are doing. I want you to celebrate what you have achieved, even if it's I am grateful that I was able to talk positively about myself today. I am grateful that I was able to remember to do my self-talk journal. It doesn't have to be very complex or write a long page journal entry. Absolutely not. Write one sentence on what you accomplished, what you said about yourself, what you were grateful about that day, and just being very grateful and in the moment gives you the ability to shift your mind and become and be in a more positive state of mind. So those were my top 6 tips that you can start implementing immediately, and why they're so important in your health journey. When you are able to change your mindset about how you talk about yourself, you are able to really focus on what you are doing. You are able to really immerse into changing your life, changing your habits, changing your healthy lifestyle. Why? Because you're not talking to yourself negatively. When you're constantly embracing and empowering yourself every single day, it is going to give you the energy, the motivation, the habits that you require in order to make this a long-term lifestyle. Creating a healthy environment for yourself, for your family, or for the people you surround yourself with, it's so important. And not only are you able to change that about yourself, but you're also able to project that into the world. And I know that the moment you start doing that, many things in your life will start also changing in a more positive way. So by practicing all these tips, you are also working on building a healthy relationship with yourself, with your body, with your mind. Remember, you also deserve the love and respect you give others. You have to be able to give that to yourself in order to really immerse into a loving relationship with a partner, family, or yourself. I really hope these tips help you. I hope these tips help you. I hope you are able to change that negative mindset and become more positive. So comment below if this is something you are going to try. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button so that you are notified when my next video is uploaded. And comment below if there's any other type of videos that you want. So until next time, you guys take care, start loving yourself, start empowering yourself, and I can't wait to share my next video with you. Talk to you soon. Bye.